The Galactic Council sat in a grand chamber filled with members from different species. The room was bright, lit by strange glowing orbs that floated in the air. Council members spoke in many languages, their voices a mix of deep growls, high-pitched sounds, and smooth tones. The topic of discussion today was humans. For months, humans had been making waves in the galaxy. Their technology was advancing rapidly, and their influence spread like wildfire. Some council members were worried. They believed humans were a danger to the peaceful order of the galaxy. A tall, green-skinned alien named Zorth, who was known for his strict views, stood up. "We must take action against the humans," Zorth declared, his voice booming. "They think they can challenge our authority. We cannot allow this to happen." Another council member, a small, furry creature named Lika, shook her head. "But humans are unpredictable. They have a spirit we don't fully understand. What if we push them too far?" Zorth waved his hand dismissively. "We can control them. A little provocation will remind them of their place. Let us send a message." The other members exchanged worried glances, but curiosity lingered in the air. They were intrigued by the idea of challenging humans, believing it might keep them in check. After a long debate, the council agreed to Zorth's plan. They would carry out small attacks against Earth to test the humans' reactions. Meanwhile, on Earth, news of the Galactic Council's plans did not reach the ears of everyday people. Life went on as usual, with people going to work, attending school, and living their daily lives. Little did they know that powerful beings were plotting against them. The Council began their mission. They dispatched stealth ships to Earth using advanced technology to cause minor disruptions. They hacked into human communications, creating confusion and fear. The aliens sabotaged supply routes, causing delays in shipments and deliveries. Soon, news of strange incidents flooded the media. "Why are our devices malfunctioning?" asked a human scientist named Dr. Emma Lane. She was known for her brilliant mind and deep curiosity. Emma gathered her team to investigate the strange occurrences. "This doesn't make sense. We need to figure out who is behind this." As the days went by, more incidents occurred. Power outages became common, and transportation systems experienced strange glitches. People started to panic. Rumors spread that aliens were targeting Earth, and fear gripped the population. Amid this chaos, a bold leader emerged. A retired military general named Samuel Grant had a long history of protecting his country. General Grant was known for his calm demeanor and strategic mind. As the situation worsened, he held a press conference. "People of Earth," he began, standing confidently before the cameras, "we will not be intimidated. We will uncover the truth behind these strange happenings. We will protect our home." His words ignited a spark of hope in the hearts of many. Citizens began to rally around General Grant, demanding answers and action. They wanted to know who was behind the chaos and how to stop it. Back in the Galactic Council chamber, the members watched the unfolding events with growing concern. The humans were reacting faster than they had anticipated. Zorth grew impatient. "They are merely overreacting," he said, dismissing their fears. "We need to escalate our efforts. Let's increase the pressure." The Council agreed to intensify their attacks. They would send out more ships, making bolder moves to provoke humans further. They believed that by creating chaos, they would break human spirit. But little did they know that their plan was a dangerous gamble. Humans were resilient. They were not easily broken, and their anger was rising. The Council's belief that they could control the situation was a serious mistake. As tensions escalated, General Grant and his team worked tirelessly to gather information. They analyzed data from their devices, trying to uncover the source of the disruptions. What they didn't realize was that they were on the brink of a conflict that would change the galaxy forever. The Council's plan to provoke humans was just the beginning. The galaxy was about to witness the strength and determination of a species that refused to back down. The stage was set for a showdown that would determine the fate of Earth and its people. Little did the Council know they had made a dangerous mistake. The situation on Earth grew tense as the mysterious attacks continued. General Samuel Grant, once a quiet leader in retirement, now found himself at the center of a storm. The people were angry, scared, and confused. They wanted answers, and they wanted action. This was a call to arms, and General Grant was ready to answer it. In cities across the globe, people gathered in parks, town halls, and online forums. They discussed the strange events that had disrupted their lives. News channels buzzed with reports of malfunctioning technology and strange power outages. Each new report stoked the fires of fear and anger within the hearts of the people. General Grant knew he had to act quickly. On a sunny afternoon, he held a massive rally in the heart of Washington, D.C. Thousands of citizens gathered, their faces a mix of hope and determination. The air was thick with anticipation as the crowd awaited his speech. "People of Earth," General Grant called out, his voice ringing clear, "we are facing a threat we cannot ignore. Our way of life is under attack, and we must stand together." The crowd erupted into cheers, their voices merging into a powerful chorus. "We will not be afraid," they shouted in unison. General Grant continued, "This is not just about one nation. It is about all of humanity. We must unite, share our resources, and fight back against these unseen enemies. We must show them that we are strong and resilient." As he spoke, a sense of unity spread across the crowd. People felt a shared purpose and a growing sense of pride. They weren't just individuals, they were part of something greater. Inspired by Grant's words, many vowed to help in any way they could. Meanwhile, news of the rally spread beyond Washington. People in Europe, Asia, Africa, and South America began to organize their own gatherings. Social media exploded with messages of solidarity. Hashtags like "Humans Unite" and "Stand Together" went viral. It became clear that the world was ready to unite against a common foe. In the days that followed, the global response was overwhelming. Scientists, engineers, and military experts teamed up to devise new strategies and technologies. Universities opened their doors for research, encouraging students to contribute ideas on how to counter the attacks. Citizens volunteered their time, sharing information and resources. One such group formed in a small town in Texas. They called themselves the Earth Defenders. Led by a young woman named Maya, a passionate inventor and tech enthusiast, the group quickly gained traction. They gathered in her garage, working late into the night, combining their skills and ideas. Maya had a vision: to create a device that could detect alien technology and communicate with other humans in real time. "Together we can create something amazing," Maya said, her eyes shining with determination. "If we work hard and share our knowledge, we can protect our world." Meanwhile, in urban centers, people took to the streets in peaceful demonstrations, demanding transparency from their governments. They wanted to know what was being done to protect them. The media captured the scenes, broadcasting them across the globe, amplifying the message that humanity would not back down. As the movement grew, the Galactic Council monitored the situation closely. They were surprised by how quickly humans were uniting. The Council had believed that humans would crumble under pressure, but instead, they were rallying together. Zorth, who had once pushed for provocation, now felt a flicker of doubt. "Maybe we have underestimated them," he admitted to his fellow council members during a tense meeting. "We must proceed with caution. They are not as weak as we thought." But it was too late for caution. The Council's plan had already set off a chain reaction that they could not control. The humans were waking up and they were angry. On Earth, preparations for a counteroffensive were underway. General Grant and his team were developing new technologies, inspired by the creativity and energy of the people. They were determined to confront the Council and protect their planet. The humans were united, and with that unity came strength. As they worked together, they realized that their greatest weapon was not just technology, but their shared spirit. Humans were ready to stand together against anyone who threatened their world. With each passing day, their resolve grew stronger and they were ready to fight back. The Council had awakened a sleeping giant, and now humanity was ready to unleash its fury. The Galactic Council's Grand Chamber buzzed with tension as members from various species took their seats. The air was thick with anticipation, and an undercurrent of unease ran through the room. Zorth, the green-skinned leader, was eager to present the Council's power. He believed they could intimidate humans into submission. "We have underestimated these creatures for too long," Zorth began, his voice deep and commanding. "Today we will show them that they are outmatched. We will remind them that we control their fate." The council members nodded, but some still exchanged worried glances. They had watched humans rally together and respond with strength. The news from Earth filled them with doubt. Lika, the small furry council member, raised her voice. "But they are fighting back! We cannot provoke them further without consequences." Zorth dismissed her concerns. "We must act decisively. We will invite a human delegation to this summit and demonstrate our power in front of them. This will remind them of their place in the galaxy." After much debate, the council agreed to the plan. They sent a message to Earth, inviting General Samuel Grant and a small team of humans to the council chamber. The message contained a warning, "Come unarmed and do not test our patience." Back on Earth, General Grant gathered his team, a mix of scientists, diplomats, and military personnel. They studied the message, weighing their options. "This is a dangerous invitation," said Dr. Emma Lane, a brilliant scientist and trusted advisor. "We have no idea what they plan to do." General Grant stood tall, determination shining in his eyes. "We cannot show fear. We must go and face them. If we refuse, they will see it as weakness. We will go prepared, but we will not show hostility." The team arrived at the council's grand chamber, their hearts pounding. The room was magnificent, filled with shimmering lights and strange symbols on the walls. Each council member stared at them, their expressions a mix of curiosity and disdain. Zorth stood at the center, his presence commanding. "Welcome, humans," he said, a smirk playing on his lips. "We are here to discuss your behavior. Your defiance cannot go unpunished." General Grant stepped forward, calm and collected. "We are not here to argue. We want to understand why you have attacked us and to discuss a path toward peace." The council members exchanged glances, surprised by Grant's boldness. Zorth, however, was not amused. "You think you can negotiate with us? You are merely insects in our galaxy." The tension in the room escalated. Grant felt anger rising within him but kept his composure. "You may see us as insects, but we are united and strong. We will not be silenced or intimidated." Lika, sensing the growing hostility, tried to intervene. "Perhaps we should listen to their concerns. They have shown resilience we did not expect." But Zorth waved her off. "Enough! We will not waste time on this. You will learn that your unity means nothing in the face of true power." As the meeting continued, the council tried to intimidate the humans with threats and displays of their advanced technology. They showed off their ships, weapons, and resources, hoping to instill fear. But instead of cowering, the humans stood their ground, their determination unwavering. "Your threats do not scare us," Dr. Lane said firmly. "We are ready to defend our home. We will not allow you to control our fate." Zorth's frustration boiled over. "You will regret this defiance," he roared. "We will unleash our full power against you." At that moment, a small group of alien delegates who had been watching silently finally spoke up. "We have seen enough," one of them said, stepping forward. "We believe in a peaceful resolution. This conflict will only lead to destruction for both sides." Their words resonated with some council members, creating a rift in the room. Zorth glared at them, furious. "You would side with these inferior beings?" The atmosphere was electric as the humans sensed a shift. General Grant seized the opportunity. "If you truly want peace, we can work together. But you must respect us as equals." The council chamber fell silent, the tension palpable. A choice lay before them: continue down a path of conflict or embrace the possibility of understanding and cooperation. As the council debated their next move, the humans stood firm, ready to fight for their place in the galaxy. Little did they know this confrontation was only the beginning. The fate of both humans and the Galactic Council hung in the balance, and the decision they made would echo through the cosmos for generations to come. The Galactic Council was in chaos. Zorth's anger boiled over, and many members were unsure of their next steps. The humans stood firm in the center of the chamber, their eyes filled with determination. General Grant sensed the tension and knew they had to act quickly. "Listen to us!" he shouted, his voice echoing through the vast room. "You may think of us as weak, but the human spirit is unbreakable. We have faced countless challenges, and we always rise to the occasion. If you want to understand us, you must listen." The council members murmured among themselves, some intrigued, others skeptical. Lika, the small, furry delegate who had supported a peaceful resolution, looked at General Grant with hope. "Please tell us more about your spirit. What drives you?" With a nod, Grant began to share stories of human resilience. "Throughout history, we have faced wars, natural disasters, and hardships. But we never give up. We stand together and help one another. When disaster strikes, we unite to rebuild. That is our strength." He continued, "In the face of adversity, we have invented, explored, and created. We have landed on the moon, explored distant planets, and even created technology to connect us across the globe. We do not shy away from challenges, we embrace them. We will not allow anyone to take that spirit away from us." As he spoke, the council members listened intently. They had only seen humans as primitive beings, but now they began to understand the depth of their spirit. Dr. Emma Lane, standing beside General Grant, added her voice to the discussion. Our creativity and determination drive us forward. We are constantly evolving, learning from our mistakes, and striving to be better. When faced with danger, we become stronger together. Zorth scoffed, but Lika urged him to listen. Perhaps we have misjudged them. They are not merely fighting, they are inspiring. We should consider what they have to offer. As the debate continued, more council members began to see the potential for collaboration. They shared their own stories of survival and progress, realizing they had much to learn from each other. A council member from a water-based planet spoke about the unity of their species during natural disasters, where they helped each other survive against the odds. Just like your stories of resilience, we find strength in community, she said. Perhaps we can combine our strengths for mutual benefit. The room buzzed with a new energy, and the humans felt a flicker of hope. The council, once a symbol of their oppression, could become a platform for dialogue and partnership. But Zorth was not ready to concede. You may have spirit, but can it withstand the might of our technology? Can you face our forces without fear? General Grant stepped forward undeterred. We do not fear you. Instead, we challenge you to see what we can accomplish together. Imagine a world where we share knowledge, technology, and ideas. We can create a brighter future for both our species. The council members exchanged glances, some nodding in agreement while others remained skeptical. But the tide was turning, and a new sense of possibility filled the chamber. Lika turned to her fellow delegates. Let us not forget that cooperation has brought us far. Why not try to bridge this gap? Humanity has shown us their spirit, we must acknowledge it. With that, a discussion began about forming an alliance. Ideas flowed freely as both sides proposed ways to work together. They talked about sharing technology and resources, creating a joint task force to address common challenges, and respecting each other's sovereignty. As the meeting continued, General Grant felt a swell of pride. This was what he had fought for, a chance for understanding, collaboration, and peace. The human spirit was alive in that chamber, and it was contagious. In that moment, the lines drawn by fear began to fade. The council members looked at the humans not as adversaries, but as partners. They had a long way to go, but the seeds of unity had been planted. As the session concluded, General Grant and his team stood together, filled with hope. They had taken a stand for their spirit, and the first step toward cooperation had been made. The journey ahead would be filled with challenges, but together, they were ready to face whatever the galaxy threw at them. And so, the human spirit shone brightly in the heart of the Galactic Council, lighting the way for a new era of understanding and partnership. The Galactic Council's grand chamber was filled with a new energy. After days of discussions, debates, and shared stories, the atmosphere was electric with hope. General Grant and his team had come a long way since their arrival, and now they stood on the brink of a new beginning. Council members gathered in a circle, each representing their species and their unique perspectives. Zorth stood at the forefront, his expression softened by the recent discussions. Today, we are not just delegates of our species. We are pioneers of a new alliance. We have heard the stories of human resilience and creativity, and it has changed our perspective. The room erupted in murmurs of agreement, and Lika, the small, furry council member, added, Together, we can achieve great things. Let us build a future that celebrates our strengths rather than our differences.